Click on any of the pictures to go to my other facial expression videos, or hit the subscribe button. There will be lots more coming soon. This video will give you step-by-step instruction on how to draw the facial expression of grief. Or maybe this dude is just sneezing. Be sure to pause the video at the end of each step. Let's begin. Step 1. Draw the two sets of symmetrical shapes. The eyebrow shapes resemble levers from pinball machines. The eyes are shut and the eyelids are folded tightly around the eyeball. The two sets of eyelashes have come together. Be sure to notice the lines around each eye and the two lines coming together in between the eyebrows. Step 2. Add the two nostrils and the wrinkle lines around the mouth. Notice that the nose is foreshortened because the head is tilted backwards. In other words, the nostrils are closer to the eyes and more rounded than when you look at a face straight on. Do not be tempted to put in a line at the bottom of the nose. In this pose, that line does not exist. Step 3. Draw in the mouth. Notice that it is comprised of 4 distinct shapes: the upper lip, the upper teeth, the inner mouth, and the tongue. When people show the most common facial expression for grieving or sneezing, their bottom lip wraps around their bottom teeth. So remember, draw what you see here rather than what you know to be true in a calm facial expression. Step 4. Draw in the hair. This shape can vary a lot, so either draw what you see or be creative. Step 5. Draw in the bottom half of the face and the ears. Notice that the ears are even with the mouth because the head is tilted backwards. Hey, it's time for the shading part of the video. You're going to see me use a blending stump quite a bit. That's a piece of paper that is just shaped like a pencil. And you're also going to see me use a paintbrush. And I'm starting out with the eyebrows and the hair, as I always do. And I'm just putting in a solid, uniform coat of a number 2 pencil. Coat's the wrong word. That's the painting word. But you know what I mean. I'm putting in, just even shading, and I'm trying to like really emphasize the face. So I'm not going to put too much time into the hair. Just going to fill it in and make sure that tonally it is similar to the tone of the eyebrows and the eyes. So you're seeing me finish that up right now. Then I'm going to take the blending stump, that piece of paper that was shaped like a pencil, and there's no, graphite in it at all. You're going to see me pull a little bit of the hair over to the upper forehead. When things are foreshortened, you want to just emphasize that turn a little bit more. And I just did that. And again, there's no graphite whatsoever in that. It's just I've gotten a lot of questions on it, and I just want to fully clarify. Just a piece of paper shaped like a pencil, but it's really helpful. Now, something really important: inner corners of the eyes. You want to make those dark, really dark. So I'm adding a little bit of graphite from the number 2 pencil, and then you're going to see me smudge it. That was a number HB, no, I'm sorry, a 6B pencil, and I just went over the eyebrow again. I'm just trying to shape that. This person from the reference image had really thick eyebrows, so usually after I smudge, I just put another layer on to reform what I was doing. But this process is just erasing and adding and erasing and adding. It just takes time and practice. I think I started saying this, I didn't finish saying this about the hair. You want it to be a smooth transition from the hair to the face. You don't want it to be sharp at all. So I use a paintbrush, and I also use the blending stump as you saw at the top. But instead of just one solid tone to another, you want that to be gradual, but defined enough, based upon the person's hairline. The teeth, what you're going to see me do, I was going to put in the lines, but I never do that. What I'm doing, I took the the graphite from the inner part of the mouth, and I took the paintbrush and I kind of pushed that upwards, and I used my eraser to kind of put in the teeth, because if you put in lines in a white area, it's going to look like they have stuff stuck between their teeth, and you don't want that. The upper lid, upper mouth, upper lip, geez, I can't even talk today. The upper mouth kind of comes over the teeth, the upper set of teeth, and creates a shadow. So, that's why I did that. I covered it with the paintbrush, pulling the lead up. Then I used the eraser to shape each tooth. The tongue, that's pretty easy. I used the blending stump, and I just lightly covered it. Just like a pencil, you can practice with different pressures with the blending stump. If you press hard, you get kind of like a mild coat of graphite. If you press light, it's very light. The paintbrush, I'm just pulling up the areas underneath the neck where there's a medium shadow, not a strong shadow. It's going to get a little bit darker later. And I'm shaping the face. This guy is not exactly fit. Somebody that's more fit, you want to define it a little bit more. Tops of the ears, I put in shadow. When the head is tilted back, you kind of see the bottom inner parts of the ear being a little bit lighter. The areas by the nose, the muscles are kind of like pulling together towards the nose. The facial muscles are pulling underneath the skin, are pulling the muscles together towards the nose. So that's why that shadow on the you see it on the right side of the nose. That's kind of important there. Finishing up with just darkening the area underneath the chin. Just gives it a little bit more symmetry, I felt. The hair at the top is dark. His face is like looking upwards into the light. Makes it a little bit more dramatic. Anyway, I hope that this video helped you, and be sure to check out my other videos. Some of them are not advertised as facial expression videos, like I have a Scarface one and a Leonidas one, from 300. But be sure to check these out, and I have a lot more coming. Thanks for watching.